Hour.
Because money matters. This is the WBBM Noon Business Hour.
It seems we did have a clear winner in last night's presidential debate, and that winner is social media. We talked about the potentials yesterday. Let's talk about the use and the impact of Twitter and Facebook on the viewing of the event last night. Tim Hanlon is managing director at the Vertere Group in Chicago. Welcome back to the program, Tim.
Hi again, Chris.
This must have been the highest use that we've seen in some political forum.
Yeah, clearly, we talked about this yesterday. It didn't take much for social media to effectively win the night's proceedings, and a combination of both connectivity, conversation, chatter, as well as video streaming, really, I think, was sort of a coming out party, if you will, for social media last night. And it's interesting to sort of see how people consumed the debate using both of those methods, that is the actual streaming of the content as well as the conversation during and around it as well.
We talked the other day about, I watched it last night, but I also had my computer on my lap looking at comments on Twitter and Facebook.
So that's an increasing phenomenon for lots of live events, television programming, sports in particular, but clearly in political debate, where there is a gathering of live conversation and a live programming, and people have the very easy ability to weigh in. There are studies that have been done. I mean, the Annenberg School at the University of Pennsylvania just came out with something earlier this week that says that, frankly, using social media during a debate like this actually is detrimental because you're not paying attention and listening to what the candidates have to say, their gestures, et cetera. So it remains to be seen sort of how effective this is, but it's clearly a modern phenomenon of how people consume stuff like this.
In that case, you're looking more for maybe people who are being funny or people who are noticing the same things you're noticing as opposed to the candidate's message that they're trying to get across.
Well, look, social media is effectively a narcissistic activity, and it doesn't stop many people, frankly, from trying to make a joke, grab a screenshot, make some kind of witty or potentially caustic insight. I think that's a modern-day issue for consumers, for viewers, for activists, is how do you sort of separate the noise from the quality content and the signal? It's an uncharted territory that we all have to sort of deal with as we sort of deal with media in live and streaming kind of ways with lots of chatter attached to it.
I noticed last night on Twitter that Hillary's name was trending and it was misspelled. There was only one L in it. And then we found out this morning Hofstra printed up tickets improperly and had her name misspelled with only one L. Does that show you the power of social media to take one little mistake and just literally make it go universal?
Well, social media, frankly, exacerbates and augments what is put into it. So whether that's a good and accurate thing or a bad and or inaccurate thing, it just simply amplifies it. And, we all have to deal with those consequences and separate quality from things that are either distracting or just tangential.
I guess by the next election in 4 years, or even before that, we'll have virtual reality sets that make us feel like we're sitting on the stage with the opponents.
They actually started, the NBC did a bit of that experimentation last night with a company called AltSpace VR, and they actually did virtually stream in a virtual reality kind of way, sort of a town hall kind of experience. I think you will indeed see more of that kind of thing in the next cycle or two.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Tim. Tim Hanlon is managing director at the Vertere Group here in Chicago. Up next, the latest numbers on home prices and consumer confidence headlines today.